Welcome to 5 Element Friday. You get an element, and 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 you get an element.
Everybody gets an element.
It's all 5 elements. And it's Friday. If you want to think about the motivation behind everything you want to do in your life, this is the episode for you, especially if you're a metal person. Welcome back to the 5 Element Fridays. My name is Jay, and I have Lita here with me in the world headquarters of the Inspired Action Podcast, 5 Element Fridays.
Hello, Inspired Actioneers. I'm excited to talk about metal element motivations.
What motivates everything in your life?
The metal element is all about connection and loss, valuing the things that matter, that are ephemeral in the world, and honoring and respecting those things.
Well, how do we distill down what fundamentally motivates a metal person versus the other elements?
You could say they're motivated by wanting to be respected, and that would be true. That's a big motivation. Or you might want to say they are motivated by wanting to be their true, authentic selves and connecting with others in their authenticity. That would definitely be true.
That would be true. And you could say that they're also motivated by a feeling of freedom. That magic carpet ride, especially from social norms and social pressures. And that's certainly a big influence that causes a lot of trouble for metals because other elements just don't get it. On one hand, they're trying to be a really good citizen, obey the rules. Remember, they're the rule obeyers, like if you listen to the podcast.
Totally.
Okay. On the other hand, they're trying to be uncompromising in themselves. And that's a very difficult metal razor's edge to follow.
Definitely.
Get that razor's edge metal?
Yeah, right. Good one.
The blade.
I'm a little slow.
That's okay.
I'm not.
You're not that slow.
Yeah, I'm not that slow.
Or maybe a little.
But if we look at what they want, what truly is the heart of all their motivations, it has to be connection in a cosmic way. Connection with their own spirit, their higher self. This is what truly motivates them.
And I think the metal people often think that finding that connection with someone else will give them what they want. Well, and the truth is we know they need to have that connection in themselves.
Yes. Sometimes it looks like that children's book, Are You My Mother? I remember this really well. This little bird flies around looking at its mother, asking everyone it sees, are you my mother? Are you my mother? And if metal's looking for connection, it can sometimes look like this lifelong search for their person and they make a lot of connections along the way, but somehow it's like not what they were really looking for, but they don't realize it and they end up moving on.
Or they get stuck and they just stay with the wrong person.
But it's like that, they're just rambling on.
They'll just be bored or whatever. Yeah. Or shut down. But
they're just looking and looking.
Yeah. That's that magic carpet ride. They just keep moving. Ultimately, they need to find that connection with themselves. Like I said, that true connection, they just might not know it.
Yes.
And I think that holds a lot of metal people in their place or back or prevents them from trying to live that life that they want or find that connection that they want to have.
I mean, the truth is, it's awesome to share time and space with someone you love. I mean, it's just fantastic. Metal people love doing that. And you can be an appreciation of what really matters together. But unless a metal person can find that connection within themselves, that cosmic connection, maybe with some kind of higher power or however you want to think about that, maybe they'll never be satisfied. They'll always be looking for that
Is
thing.
it like a longing?
It's a longing.
And that melancholy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how can a metal person go about trying to cultivate that?
Well, it's about that feeling you're looking for in everyone else, looking for that mother or whoever that person
So they can find their own mother?
Yeah. It's
not the mother bleeper, but the mother, like the divine mother?
Yes, it's in them. And once they start to look within, they're going to find a lot more satisfaction there. So that's the motivation.
Remember, we all have metal in us somewhere.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about that connection and loss, because I think that's a big theme for metal to try to understand in themselves.
Yes, well, it's the loss that helps them see the value of connection. And so sometimes through grief, they end up finding that connection within themselves because they lost something really valuable.
Yeah.
So that's it. So that's the metal motivation.
So if you think you're metal or know someone around you in your circle that's metal, we hope this helps. And just keep practicing and discovering your metalness.
And get connected.
Get connected. Okay, next up is water.
Water.